Deputy Mayor Gibbs, faculty, staff, and guests. Silverman School of Social Work graduates. I'd like to start my speech off with a series of thank yous. To our wonderful staff and faculty, thank you so much for your tireless efforts to provide us with the tools that we need so that we can go forward as best as we can in the field of social work. Your efforts live on through us, and we can never forget you. Your words of wisdom and the criteria for academic excellence you expected from, nurtured in, and witnessed through us. On behalf of the student body, we deeply and humbly thank you. To Dean Mondros, Dean Savage, and Dean Rudick, thank you for maintaining the strictest standards of excellence for professionals leaving the institution you lead. Yes. We thank you for your support and for advocating for us on our behalf. It is because of your collaborative efforts, dedication, and care for Silverman that we are here today. For that and more, we thank you. To our parents, partners, families, friends, guests, and children, without your love and support, and probably some of your food, we would not be here today. On behalf of the student body, we thank you. And finally, to the graduates who have worked so hard to not only complete their degree, but who were also active in a number of student organizations that have made a significant impact on Silverman's culture and student body. Thank you for all of your work and all of your collaborations. On this day, I've watched families embrace their loved ones, students embrace each other, flowers, balloons, and love fill the room. As that happens, I'm reminded of how important love is in our profession. There are a lot of jokes in the world about social workers. Let's not forget the variation of convoluted faces or suggestive eyebrow movements that indicate that you must be out of your minds for joining in this line of work. And you know what? Maybe we are. But if we are, I'd like to believe that we do this because we love it, and it's important to honor it. I would like to, however, share a cautionary tale about social work that I hope you'll carry with you for as long as your memory will allow. When I was 16, I was placed in an adolescent shelter where about 20 girls slept on different cots in one room. One night I was doing my homework and the social worker told me to hurry up because they were turning up the lights for our bedtime. I asked if I could stay up a little bit longer because I needed to finish a particular math problem. She just looked at me blankly. I need to finish this, I said, so that I can graduate high school and hopefully go to college. Lights out is at 10 p.m. and I don't see why that matters, she responded curtly. And anyway, what makes you think you're going to college? Girls like you don't get to go to college. That's just your reality. That night, I cried for hours, quietly, underneath a thin knitted blanket that could hardly keep me warm from such coldness in the room. I tell this story because she too was a graduate once, sitting where you are. I imagine she experienced the same feelings of excitement and love at her commencement ceremony that we do today. Although I'm positive she did not graduate from Hunter, the sentiments at any commencement ceremony run parallel. The moral here is that any one of us today, adorning these beautiful royal purple robes, could easily be that social worker in a few short years if we are not careful. She wasn't born that way. Her negative attitude developed, like most things, over time. If one doesn't practice self-care, you could turn into her. If one doesn't advocate for one's needs, you could turn into her. If one does not continue to educate oneself about and interrupt the impact of racism and all the other
Yes, Shana!
So you lack humility and understanding? Yeah, sure, you too can turn into her. Any one of many contradictory and intricate courses can navigate you to the street she stands on, leaving you in a certain bewilderment, asking yourself, how did I get here? But none of us know her story. All we know is that no one is exempt from the unpredictability of life's events and how that will impact our lives and attitudes when the dust settles and we find we are tired at the end of a long day.
That's right, yeah.
And in light of this cautionary tale, I'd like for us to collectively bask in the positivity that radiates in this room this morning as a reminder to return to it when the way is less clear. You have your cohorts, family, friends, faculty with you, around you, cheering you on, myself included. Do not hesitate to contact any one of us in this room who you have a bond with when things get so tough that you can't see your way. And I say that because we have a responsibility to think beyond commencement, critically, consciously, lovingly, and we cannot do that alone. We have a responsibility to care for ourselves because we'd be no good to the profession if we are not good to ourselves. We have the responsibility to advocate for anyone, not just our clients, when we see an injustice being committed. We have a responsibility to engage in anti-oppressive, anti-racist actions that not only develop our understanding of social work practice as practitioners and organizers, but to also develop our humanity. And let me state for the record that if you are graduating today and have not done the anti-racist work, and you don't understand what anti-oppression means, or how people in this society directly benefit from certain privileges, simply because of the color of their skin or the predominance of their sexuality, then I openly question whether you deserve to sit among those who tirelessly engage in this work. Survival is not an academic skill. Neither is empathy. I would suggest, however, that today's graduation is your opening day for the classroom of the world. Know that remedial help is available even when we leave this institution, though we of course hope that Silberman has prepared us adequately, if not excellently, to combat oppression in our professional lives. Remember that cautionary tale I mentioned earlier. In the spirit of love, I will say that it's never too late to participate in the fight against oppression and injustice. Don't just switch the channel the next time you see injustice on your television or computer screen. What if Trayvon Martin or Marley Graham were your sons or brothers? For some of you, this isn't a far cry from your reality. For others, you may have to put extra effort into your imagination because nothing can be further from your reality. I implore you that as you move forward in this profession, learn to see injustice from a different lens, from the lens of those on the margins of our communities, however difficult or troubling the circumstance. Doing anti-oppressive, anti-racist work necessitates probing and discomfort in an effort to harness those feelings for change. The bottom line, We want to sustain love in our communities, no matter what community it is that you belong to. We express love as a cohort of graduates among each other in light of all of our differences. We express love in this room in the celebration of our time and completion at the Silberman School of Social Work at Hunter College. We do this while cradled in the comfort of our school environment, and that seems trying at times, right? But we must think beyond commencement. We must move forward in the spirit of that love and liberation we seek and fight for in the social work profession. Learning does not stop because we graduate. It is an ever-evolving, ever-fluid process, and the work must always continue. And by work, I mean, we must continue to love, continue to care for ourselves, continue to advocate, continue to share knowledge and tools in the spirit of betterment against oppression and racism and all other isms for that matter. Continue to be open-hearted, continue to organize ourselves in pursuit of liberation for all. As Audre Lorde, a Hunter College alumnus, once stated, and I believe it embodies such pursuit of liberation. Sometimes we are blessed with being able to choose the time and the arena and the manner of our revolution. But more usually, we must do battle where we are standing. Congratulations to the class of 2020.